The majority of husbands remind me of an orangutan trying to play the violin. Honoré de Balzac. Monday, 4 November, 10:13 a.m. It is true that the Highlander hybrid goes from 0 to 60 in around 9.6 seconds. However, the inverse of that, say you're driving at 60 miles an hour down Highway 101 in a rainstorm when you blow a tire, happens a little more slowly. I am experiencing this now as my Highlander hydroplane's out of control as yet another rain wave rolls under its chassis. I eat up the first few seconds with some freaking out and swearing at myself for forgetting Ted's warning about going too fast on bald tires. Then, possibly another 6 seconds goes to slamming on the brakes and praying up a storm as the Highlander spins out of control. By the time it comes to a complete stop and my heart rate goes back down to normal, I'm guessing I've lost another 12 seconds. Okay, I lied. My chest is still heaving 22 seconds later when I hear the tap on my window. "Lyssa, are you okay?" Harry Wilder's face stares back at me, blurred and contorted through my rain-spattered window. It's been a couple of days since we saw each other in the park. I nod slowly and roll down my window. The cold air feels great on my face because it reminds me I'm alive. I was very stupid going that fast. "I'm just happy you're alive. Look, would you like me to call someone?" "No, that's okay, really. I have AAA. I've got the card here somewhere." My hands shake as I rummage through the deep, unfathomable well of my bag, but I can't find it. Damn. Olivia's been playing in my purse again. I look up again, just in time to see a raindrop roll off the tip of his nose. "Oh, my God, sorry. Why don't you get in?" I fumble with the auto lock. When he hears it click, he jumps into the passenger seat behind me. He's wearing a rainproof jacket, but he's shivering nonetheless. Seeing him with his hair coiled into damp curls, it strikes me how much more his daughter looks like him than like Dee Dee. "Listen, by the time you find the number, I could have already changed your tire. Do you know if you have a spare?" "Yes, but you'll get wet." He laughs heartily at the obvious. "At this point, I think I'd say that's a moot issue." I'm happy to hear no pain in his voice, unlike the first time we met. Maybe Dee Dee's shopping spree put things into perspective for him. "Okay, sure. It's there somewhere. Let's look together. The least I can do is hold the umbrella." We both jump out of the car and head toward the hatch. After moving the kids' basketball and soccer gear with some finagling, we're able to shift the back seat forward and open the compartment, which holds a fully inflated tire, thank God, and a jack. He heaves both out and crouches to set up by the blown tire. As I stand over him with my umbrella, I'm given a different point of view of Harry Wilder. I take note of how thin his hair is at the crown of his head, and the way his shoulders expand and roll beneath his jacket as he cranks the jack and twists off the bolts. A few moments later, when he stands up to move the flattened tire out of the way, he forgets how close I'm standing and bumps his head into the umbrella. I'm caught off guard and topple backward, but he grabs my hand before I fall into a puddle. "Sorry," we both say in unison. Then, "Don't be." And then, together, we laugh. That breaks the tension. But then a mist of awkwardness envelops us again. I find it suffocating. Apparently he does too, because he clasps my hand with his even tighter. My hand lingers in his just long enough for me to appreciate its warmth. And to feel his wedding band. Yes, Harry is still in mourning. As nonchalantly as I can, I take my hand out of his. We stand there in the rain, letting it pull us back to reality. Finally, I realize that one of us should say something. My attempt is feeble but sincere. "You know I'm forever in your debt." "Don't be silly. I'm just glad you weren't hurt, and that Olivia wasn't with you, or your boys. That spin-out was pretty scary." I shake my head in wonder. I don't know what I would have done if I had hurt them.